This video clip presents how to create associative dimensions of story-level lines in section-type viewpoints. In Archicad 19, story-level lines and the associativity of corresponding dimensions have been enhanced. Previously, when you hovered the cursor over a story-level line, the shape of the smart cursor changed. The cursor also sensed the endpoints of story-level lines. In Archicad 19, this has been enhanced so that the program senses the story-level line and its endpoint, also within the bounding box of the story-level marker. The bounding box of the marker here is marked with a yellow fill. Now, the cursor senses the storyline within the marker bounding box and its endpoint on the other border of the marker bounding box as well. Another new feature is that story-level lines can now be associatively dimensioned. If you click on any of the story-level line endpoints at either side of the marker bounding box, the small round icon at the point of the click indicates that Archicad found an associative point it can dimension. This also means that if any of the story levels is adjusted vertically, the dimension will be updated accordingly. It's also possible to dimension story-level lines in a single step. Simply click any of the story-level lines, at which point the associative dimension point icons will appear at the end of the point of each story-level line. Then click to define the position of your dimension chain. The display and associativity of these dimensions will stay intact even when story-level lines or their markers are not displayed in a section-type viewpoint. You can turn off the display of markers or the display of all story-level lines, and the dimensions will remain in the viewpoint and will remain associative. However, if you turn off the display of story-level lines globally by unchecking the corresponding checkboxes in the Story Settings dialog, any dimension point associated to those story-level lines will become deleted from their dimension chain. If at a later time you re-enable the display of those story-level lines, you will have to re-add their dimension points to all affected dimension chains.